Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to today's science class. The objective of today's class is to understand about the different types of thermometer, where we'll study about mainly clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. But before we start today's class, let's have a quick recap of things which we have studied in the last class. So in the last class, we studied about the temperature and also about the ways of measuring temperature. So what is temperature? So it is the degree of hotness or coldness. So basically it's determined how hot an object is or how cold an object is. So this determines the hotness or coldness of an object. So that degree of hotness or coldness is called temperature. Now regarding measurement of temperature, the device which is used to measure temperature is called thermometer. Now if we separate the word thermometer in two parts, we have thermo and meter. Now thermo means heat, so it's basically measures heat, and meter means it's a device that measures something, so it actually measures the heat of an object. So how hot an object is, that can be measured by thermometer. Now different scales on which the temperature can be measured are Kelvin, Celsius, Fahrenheit. Now Kelvin is the SI unit, and most common unit which we often see is the Celsius scale. So these are the three scales which we have already discussed yesterday, and also we can convert one of the units to another unit using the following relation. So the relation is C by 5 equals to F minus 32 divided by 9, which is equal to K minus 273 divided by 5. So we also did a numerical regarding the conversion of uh, degree Celsius into Fahrenheit, and I also gave you a homework based on that conversion. I hope you have done that homework. So this was all which was covered in the last class. So let's begin today's class. So the first topic is clinical thermometer. So this is a diagram showing a clinical thermometer. So you can see there are different parts in this thermometer, starting from bulb that comprised of the mercury, and you can see the color is like a silver. So that is the bulb, and then uh, in between the scales you can see, if you see clearly, you will find there are two scales used here. So what are the scales used? You can see the upper part here, it is Celsius, it's written C, degree C, so this is Celsius scale, and below you have Fahrenheit. So the two scales are mentioned in this thermometer, so you can uh, use any of the scales to measure the temperature or to measure the body temperature. So basically the range of this clinical thermometer is from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, and in terms of Fahrenheit you can see here we have 94 to 108. So these are the two scales which you can see clearly in the clinical thermometer. Then let's study the feature of the clinical thermometer. So let's just erase it. Okay, so now let's move to the features of clinical thermometer. So a clinical thermometer consists of long, narrow, uniform glass tube. It has a bulb at one end. So we can see it is a long, narrow glass tube. It is made up of glass, and at the one end we have mercury. This bulb contains mercury. Outside the bulb, a small shining thread of mercury can be seen. So you can see little bit adjustment you need to make in order to see that lining of that mercury. So if you do not see the mercury, you can rotate the thermometer a bit till you see it. So little bit of, as I said, you can adjust little bit in order to view that lining of that mercury. So then there are certain rules which you need to follow before using the clinical thermometer. So what are the rules? Let's see. So precautions to be observed while using a clinical thermometer. So thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. So preferably it should be washed using antiseptic solution. Then you should always ensure that the mercury level is below 35 degrees Celsius, because we know the range starts from 35 degrees Celsius. So therefore, before using the clinical thermometer, you should ensure that the level of mercury is just below 35 degrees Celsius. It's not somewhere in between 35 to 42. It should be below 35 degrees Celsius. Then you should read the thermometer keeping it in parallel with your eye level. That is, the thermometer should be kept along the line of sight. So I will show you the figure how it should be handled. So handle the thermometer with care. If it hits against some hard object, it can break. So you should always handle with care. Then you should not hold thermometer by the bulb while reading it. So if you hold the bulb, you may get a wrong reading. So that's why you should not hold the bulb of the thermometer. So here is a picture showing how you should hold the thermometer and also how you should read it. So as you can see, the girl is holding to the opposite end of the bulb, and mainly the thermometer is kept along the line of sight level. So it's basically parallel with the line of sight. So to have a correct reading, it should be kept in parallel with the line of sight. That means with parallel with your eyes. So it should not be below the eyes, or it should not be above the eyes. It should be kept parallel with your eyes to have a correct reading. So these are all about clinical thermometer. Now let's talk about laboratory thermometer. So this is a picture of a laboratory thermometer. Comparatively, it is longer than the clinical thermometer, and one thing which is different in this laboratory thermometer is the absence of kink. Now what is kink? Kink is something that stops the backflow of the mercury level. So once we take out the thermometer from the body of any patient or anyone, then there is a chance of mercury shifting backwards. So the kink prevents that shifting, but that thing is not present in the laboratory thermometer. Now the laboratory thermometer is longer compared to the clinical thermometer, and also the range is from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So we have a wider range in case of laboratory thermometer compared to the clinical thermometer. In clinical thermometer, the range is from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, whereas in case of laboratory thermometer, we have the range is from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. Then it does not have any kink like the clinical thermometer. Then there are certain rules to use laboratory thermometer as well. Now other precautionary measures are same as that of clinical thermometer, but apart from those precautionary measures, there are certain additional measures which we should follow. So in addition to the precautions to be taken while reading a clinical thermometer, the laboratory thermometer should be kept upright, not tilted. So as you can see in the picture, it is kept upright. It should not be tilted. Then bulb should be surrounded from all sides by a substance of which the temperature is to be measured. So the bulb should be clearly surrounded by the substance of which the temperature has to be measured. So as you can see, it has been immersed in the water, and the bulb is totally immersed in the water. Then the bulb should not touch the surface of the container. Now in this picture you can see the bulb is not touching the surface of the container. It is just deep enough to be surrounded by the substance or that water. So you have to ensure that it does not touch the walls of the container or the bottom of the container. It should be immersed only to be surrounded by the substance. So these are some additional measures which you should take care of while using laboratory thermometer. So this is all about the thermometers. So I hope you have understood, and whatever important things are mentioned in this slide, please write it down in your copy. So that's all for today. Thank you, my dear students.